When I was growing up, my brother Aaron and I were inseparable. We were only 2 years apart, shared the same room, fought over video games, and stayed up late planning our futures. But as we got older, things changed. Aaron became successful quickly, a sharp businessman with a good job, fancy car, and a social circle that looked like something out of a magazine. I was slower to find my way, a freelance photographer, making enough to live comfortably but nowhere near Aaron's level. It never bothered me, though. He was my brother, and I was proud of him. That's why, when I heard he was getting married, I was thrilled. I expected the call, the invitation, maybe even a request to photograph the event. But weeks passed, and nothing came. One day, I saw the wedding announcement online. Same date, same venue I'd heard about from Mom, but no word to me. I called Aaron immediately. "Hey man, I just saw the news. When were you planning to tell me?" He hesitated. "Oh yeah, about that. Look, the guest list is tight. It's mostly close family and a few colleagues. It's nothing personal." I laughed in disbelief. "I am close family." He went quiet for a moment, then said, "It's complicated. Don't take it the wrong way." The next day, I got a text. "Sorry dear. This event is family only." It wasn't even from Aaron, it was from his fiancée, Melissa. My stomach sank. I realized they didn't see me as family anymore, just a name that didn't fit their new image. So instead of sulking, I booked a trip. I packed my camera and flew to a quiet coastal town in Italy, a place I'd always wanted to photograph but never had the time for. While Aaron's wedding filled social media with polished smiles and champagne toasts, I spent those days walking through sunlit alleys, talking to locals, and taking pictures of sunsets that didn't need filters. For the first time in a long while, I felt free. No pressure to impress anyone, no sense of not belonging. A few days later, I posted one of my photos on Instagram, a stunning shot of me on a sailboat at sunset with the caption, "When you're not invited to someone's big day, make your own." The post blew up. Friends, colleagues, even strangers commented things like, "Your piece looks better than their party." Then, unexpectedly, I got a call from my mom. Her voice was uneasy. "Your brother's wedding didn't go well," she said softly. "What do you mean?" I asked. She sighed. Melissa's father made a scene. Accused Aaron of hiding something about the finances. The wedding was delayed, guests were whispering, it was a mess. I stayed silent. "Aaron asked about you afterward," she continued. "He said he wished you'd been there." A week later, I returned home. Aaron showed up at my door, looking exhausted. He stood there for a long time before saying, "You were right to go. I tried so hard to impress people who didn't care about me, and I pushed away the one person who always did." He handed me an envelope. Inside was an apology letter, simple but sincere. "I was ashamed," he admitted. "You've always been content with what you have, and I thought people would look down on me if they saw where I came from." I looked at him, my anger fading. "Aaron," I said quietly, "no one can make you small unless you start believing it." We talked for hours that night, about everything we'd missed. He asked if we could start over, and I agreed, but not as the brother who looked up to him. This time, as equals. Months later, one of my photographs from that trip won an award, the same sunset I'd captured the day of his wedding. I hung it in my studio with the title, "Uninvited Piece." Whenever I look at it, I'm reminded of that moment, when being excluded became my freedom, and losing an invitation gave me back myself. Because sometimes, the best thing life can do for you is close a door you were never meant to walk through.